Good afternoon, YouTube. Back with another recipe for you guys. And today, as you can see, maybe you can guess. Well, it's peach cobbler time. And these will be the ingredients that you need. A stick of butter, 4 peaches, ground cinnamon, some milk, self-rising flour, sugar, a measuring cup, a small cooking small cooking pot, and a 12 by 8, I believe, casserole dish that you are going to bake the peach cobbler in. Sorry for the background noise, you guys. It's the dishwasher. Anyways, stay tuned with me while I show you guys how to make an easy peach cobbler from scratch. Stay tuned. So I know there's different ways to peel peaches. I just want to go ahead and peel it by hand because I find that when you boil the peach, sometimes the peach gets too soft. I know you're supposed to only boil for like 30 seconds so you can just peel the skin off of these peaches, but I'm just going to use a peeler and peel them by hand. But prior to even doing that, I'm going to set up my oven. So put your oven on bake on 350 degrees, and while that preheats, come back to your peaches and cook your peaches and everything else so you can use your time wisely. So just stay tuned, and I'm gonna go ahead and peel my peaches now before I go and soften them with sugar and all the goodness. So stay tuned with me, you guys. Change of plan, you guys. So as I was trying to peel the peach with the peeler, it actually started peeling by itself because it is ripe enough. So what I'm going to do is just start peeling it by hand. As you can see, it comes out really nice and easy. That's when you know a peach is ripe. And the best tasting peach cobbler is when the peach is real ripe. So this is going to be easy. So stay tuned with me while I peel these peaches away. So this was for when I peeled it, but since I'm not peeling it with the peeler, I'm just going to peel it over the trash bag. I mean the little bag that the peaches come in, and putting them in the little pot. And also, since I'm peeling it by hand, I'm just going to go ahead and put some gloves on. You guys don't have to do this part. But since it's so soft, I want to be able to kind of protect its shape by not mushing it with my actual bare hands. So stay tuned. So you guys, there goes 4 peeled peaches, and I went ahead and put them in the little pot. And you guys, I went ahead and put them in a pot. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a little rinse, come back, and then I'm gonna cut them up into whatever size I like, whether it's slices, whether it's cubes. It's your choice, it's a personal preference. But I'm going to go ahead and give these little things a bath real quick, and then come back and show you how I go ahead and dice. So it went ahead and gave it a little bath, and now I'm going to show you how, sorry for moving the pan around, I'll show you how I dice mine. I sliced it the long way first, Then I pop it out. I don't like to keep the middle, so I go ahead and cut that off. I do it to every single one of them because I don't like that taste. That taste sometimes it tastes bitter to me, so I'd rather not have it in my cobbler. Go ahead and take the seed out, you guys. You don't need that. And I find it easier too when you dice it or slice it to wear gloves because it's kind of slippery. So gloves give it some type of grip. So you guys, I have my peaches nice peeled, clean, washed, and diced. And now I am going to put it on the stove. Before I put it on the stove, I'm going to go ahead and add what I need to add prior to putting it on the stove. So measure out, hold on, I wrote it down. Measure out in your small pot with your diced peaches. So now that I have my peaches peeled, cleaned, washed, and diced, I'm going to go ahead and make the filling. This is the filling that I'm going to make for the peach cobbler. I'm going to put this over medium heat so I can incorporate the sugar and the water. So you need 1 cup of sugar that goes into this filling. So I'm going to measure out a cup. A little bit more. Then you need 1/2 cup of water. We're gonna give this a stir. I know you guys think that this is watery, but trust me, you're gonna need all the extra liquid that this filling makes, okay? Just trust me on it. So just stir in the water and the sugar and the peaches, stir it all up until you can feel that the sugar has dissolved. And if you buy your peaches that is not ripe enough, just make sure you cook it down to where it softens. Cook it down. I'm gonna cook mine for at least a minute. You just have to cook the sugar, make sure the sugar and the water is dissolved into the peaches. Since my peaches are ripe, I'm just gonna cook mine for about a minute or so. And then I'm gonna put it to the side so it can cool down while I make my filling. So before I get started on the dough part, I'm going to go ahead and put my stick of butter in my casserole dish. You need a whole stick of butter for this. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this into pieces so we can get this butter melted down. My butter has kind of softened because I had let it sit out, so this might not take any time for it to melt, which is going to be good because you have to cook the peach cobbler for about 45 minutes on 350. So okay, I'm gonna let that pop this in the oven. I'm going to pop this in the oven so this all of this butter can be melted down while I make my dough part. And with that mixing bowl that I did not use for my peaches, I'm going to go ahead and dry my measuring cup out first. So I'm going to go ahead and add just a tad bit of cinnamon in my filling. And let that just sit for a second. Okay, so in this mixing bowl, I'm going to go ahead and add a cup and a half of self-rising flour. Okay, a cup and a half of flour goes into my mixing bowl. A cup of sugar. And 1.5 cups of milk. And I like to just add a dash of cinnamon in my flour as well. And you take a whisk and go ahead and mix it all together. You can have it in the mixing machine, but we're gonna go old school with it today and do it by hand. Just make sure that you mix it very well because you don't want lumps of flour or sugar in it. Okay. You see the consistency of it? That's how it should turn out. So now that we have everything mixed up, I'm going to go ahead and take my casserole out of my oven and go ahead and mix it up and put it together for you guys. Stay tuned. Now, I'm going to set it on top of the stove because it is hot. I'm going to go ahead and mix my filling and my dough up. Stay tuned with me. So you go ahead and first lay the crust, then you put the filling on top of it, and it looks like it's kind of like cooking on the side. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this casserole dish back into the oven for 45 minutes.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
And set my timer for 45 minutes. Two, one. Yay! Okay, so timer just went off. It's been 45 minutes. Let's turn this off and gorgeous coloring. If you want it a little bit more golden, you can pop it in for another 6 minutes or so, or maybe another just 5 minutes. So as you can see, I added another 10 minutes earlier. It is done. So there is a good golden crust on top of it. And as you can tell, it is bubbling right now. Like this is fresh, right out the oven. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And stay tuned with me as I dig into this in a little bit.
Without getting that pushing in.
So you guys, I have been letting this cool down for about 15 minutes. And now I am going to scoop it into the bowl and add some ice cream on top. So yes, just watch me as I make dessert. So there you guys have it. There you guys have it in a big bowl, ready to serve. New Millions Films. And as you can see, it is piping hot with ice cream, vanilla ice cream melted on it. And I used Mayfield. So yes, there you guys have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Stay tuned with me while I make more recipes for you and more content for you guys. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this recipe. I know it's really, really easy. I think it's about, I think it's worth it. It's very easy to make. So stay tuned with more recipes, and please make sure you subscribe, show me some love, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell, hit the like button, everything. Comment, share, subscribe, and comment below and let me know what type of recipes you guys would like me to try as well, and continue to show me love and support, you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. Divinely Creations, Divinely Me.